Okay, today we will create something very interesting, and these days it is very costly also, particularly in Chandigarh. So what I am talking about is a house, right? So while drawing that house, you will be able to learn so many commands together in just a single drawing. So I hope this will be informative as well as interesting also for you. So that drawing you must have drawn earlier during your school days by hand. This time we will do it using AutoCAD. So first of all, you can either click on the line tool, or you can use this command line over here. Just type the shortcut of the line tool, that is L, and press enter. So I am going to start now. So I am typing L and pressing enter now. So I want to draw a line starting from the origin, right? So let's say starting point is 0, 0. So I press enter. Then I want to draw a horizontal line up to 100, 0. Okay, so the next point is 100, 0. Enter. Then I want to go vertically up, right? So that is, let's say 100, 150. Enter. And again press enter. The lines are still not visible. So to make it visible, first we should have set the limits properly. Either you can use Z, enter, A, enter, zoom all option to view what you have drawn actually, or a better way is to set the limits first. So I am setting the limits, enter, 0, 0, lower left corner. This is basically I am now setting the drawing area. Lower left corner is 0, 0, and upper right corner is, let's say, 500, 500. Enter. Now press Z, then press enter. Z is for zoom, and press A, or you can click on this word all, zoom all. So this is the drawing which we have done. P for pen, just to place it properly, click and drag, and you can place your drawing conveniently over the screen, and then press spacebar to finish this command. Now instead of using the coordinates, these two lines have been drawn using absolute coordinate method. Now instead of using the coordinates, I can also use ortho mode here. So I click on ortho. Now you can see I can draw only vertical and horizontal line. For example, if I give line command, and first starting point is, I am now, instead of specifying the coordinates, I am clicking on this end point, and you know the exact endpoint will be picked up. Why? Because the OSnap is getting highlighted. How to set the OSnaps? Over here you will see there is a OSnap button over here, object snap. So you can click on this arrow and select the corresponding OSnaps, and all OSnaps will be highlighted, right? Whatever OSnap is tick marked, that will be highlighted. If you come near, bring your cursor near to that kind of OSnap. So I am bringing my cursor near to this endpoint, so that is why the endpoint OSnap is being highlighted. If I bring my cursor near the midpoint, that midpoint will be highlighted. So the beauty of using this OSnap is I do not need to specify the coordinates. I just need to I can select the exact endpoint by just clicking on the screen, then dragging the cursor towards right. I click somewhere up to here, right? Then I press enter to complete this line segment. Now I want to draw a vertical line starting from the origin. So line starting from origin, then vertically up, then up to here. I only want this kind of rectangle to be seen over here, not the extra portion, right? So basically I want to remove this portion of the line and also this portion of the line. So for that I can use a very interesting command and very useful command, that is trim. TR is the shortcut for trim. You can either type the shortcut or type the full form, press enter, or you can also see over here on the screen in the top ribbon, in the modify ribbon, you can see over here this is a scissor button, right? So scissor tool is actually a trim tool, so you can click on this tool, the trim command will be executed. So I am typing tr, pressing enter. Now here in this command it will ask you to select the objects twice. First you will select the cutting edges, then you will press enter. After that it will again ask you to select the objects. Then you will select the objects which are to be cut, and then again you will press enter. So let's see how to do that. At present it is asking me select cutting edges. In near the command line you can see it is written select cutting edges, and it is asking select objects. So I am selecting this as a cutting edge. Now you can see here 1 pound. Again it is asking select objects. Only the cutting edges, so no more cutting edges suppose. So I just press enter. Now it is asking trim again. Now what is to be trimmed? I want to trim this line, so I click over here and that line has been trimmed, and then press enter. So let me remove the annotation, so for a better visibility, clear annotation. So you can see vertical portion of that, the portion lying above this horizontal line, that portion of the line has been removed, trimmed. Again I repeat the same command, trim, enter, select objects. This time I take this vertical line as a cutting edge. Now I press enter. Now it is again asking select object to trim. So I click over here, it is showing the preview also now. So I click over here and press enter. So that portion, extra portion of the line has been trimmed. I could draw the straight line this way also by just mentioning that this length is 100, but I had drawn it knowingly, extended it up to here so as to demonstrate the trim command. Again I repeat about trim command. Suppose there are two lines. Let me turn off this ortho button over here. This is ortho button. Again line. So now I want to take this vertical line as a cutting edge. So I again give trim command, trim, enter, select cutting edge. So I select this, enter, select the portion to be trimmed. So I click here, enter. Control Z for undoing. Again trim command, enter, select objects, select cutting edges. I select both the lines as cutting edges, enter. Now I want to trim this also, and I want to trim this also, enter. Erase, enter, then select the objects through a right selection window, enter. Okay, now I want to make a kind of hut, you can say. So for that what I do, I use rotate command. So you can either use the tool rotate. So for that this is the tool, right? This is the tool for rotating, or you can use the command line. You can type RO over here and press enter. Rotate, so select object, select this object, enter. Specify base point, specify this corner as the base point. Now specify rotation angle, let's say 45 degree, enter. So the line has been rotated to 45 degree. Okay, now another important tool is copy. So you can either click over here and once you hover your cursor over a specific tool, it will give you detailed description also how to use that tool. So I am clicking on this, or I could also use the shortcut CO. So now it is asking select object. I want to copy this object, enter. Specify base point. I want to take this as the base point, and then I want to create a copy and place the base point over here. So base point selection is very important. Whatever base point you take, copy will be drawn with respect to that particular base point only, and you can create as many copies as you want. by clicking on the screen itself. And once you are done with copying, then you can simply press enter and the command will be finished. Okay, again I say Ctrl Z, undo, and I repeat. CEO is the shortcut for copy. Select this object, press enter, select the base point. This time I take this as the base point, this end point, and now specify second point. So specifying second point, let's see over here, enter. Now I want to rotate this also. So again rotate, arrow is the shortcut for rotate, enter. Select object, select this, enter. Then specify base point. This time I want to rotate this line about this end point. So I click over here and the rotation angle would be, it will be in the clockwise direction, right? So that clockwise direction rotation will be minus 45 degrees. So here I have to mention minus 45 and press enter. Again I give line command starting from this end point up to this end point, enter. Now I erase the extra portions over here using trim command. TR is the shortcut for trim. Select both as cutting edges, enter. Then this is not required and this is also not required, enter. You can press Ctrl S to save this. House, save. Okay, now I draw a straight line starting from this point in this direction up to a length, let's say 200. So direction I am giving through cursor. Either you can use this kind of method or you can use ortho mode also, in which direction will be specifically horizontal or vertical only. So I want to draw a horizontal line in this direction. Distance is 200. So I type 200, press enter, and then again enter. And then what I do, I create a copy using copy command. Select this, enter, specify base point. This has the base point. I want to place it here and one copy over here. No more copy, so press enter. And now I draw a line starting from this point up to here and up to here. So basic skeleton of the hut is drawn. Here you can also draw a window over here. So for that I use rectangle tool. REC is the shortcut for rectangle. Now it is asking specify corner point. So I will draw the window separately, and then let's say at my carpentry shop I will draw a window and then I will fit it in the house later on. So over here is, let's say, my carpentry shop. Here I am drawing the window. So I give any point on the screen, click on the screen, and then second point is I will use a relative coordinate method. I will type @ let's say window size is 50, width is 50 and height is, let's say, 40. So I will type @ 50, 40 and press enter. So here you can see in the command line I have written @ 50, 40 and then I press enter. It seems to be a very small window, right? So okay, no problem, we will increase its size later on. And then draw a line starting from this midpoint up to this midpoint, and another line starting from this midpoint up to this midpoint. So a window is drawn. Now how to place it at the central location over here on this wall? So this is the wall, right? The side wall of the house. So this is the wall over here. So what I will do, I will draw a rectangle here. You can see a blue color rectangle is drawn over here. And then I want to move this window in such a way that this central point of this window, this should be moved to the central point of this diagonal. So let's see how to do that. So I give move command. For that you can either click on the move tool over here. This is the move tool, or you can give move command or type M. M is the shortcut for move. So move, select objects, click on the screen, move the cursor towards right, drag the cursor towards right, and then again click. So that window is selected. Press enter. Okay, I forgot to draw the diagonal. Okay. Okay, let me first draw the diagonal. So I give line command starting from this point up to this point. Then I give move command, select the objects, enter, select the base point. Selection of base point is very important. So I select this point as the base point. Now it is asking specify second point. So I want to move this object such that the base point is placed at midpoint of the diagonal. So I click over here. So the window has been located properly. E for erase, select this line which is not required to be drawn. So I press enter and that extra diagonal line will be deleted. Okay, let me zoom into the house for for a better view by drawing a window. P for pan. Okay, now let me zoom into the window also. So I click on the screen, drag the mouse, again click. So I have zoomed into the window now. So let me give some finishing touches over here. I click on Fillet tool. Fillet is used to create rounded corners, right? Instead of sharp corners, you can convert the sharp corners into rounded ones, fillets. Or you can type F over here in the command line and press enter. F is the shortcut for fillet. Now it is asking select first object. So before that, just above the command line you can see radius is 0. So no fillet will be created. So to create a fillet, first you must specify some radius value. So by either clicking on this word radius, or you can type the highlighted alphabet here, that is R. So I type R, press enter. Now see the options have changed. Now it is asking specify fillet radius. So let's say the fillet radius is let's say it is 5 units. Press enter. Now again it is asking select first object. Let's say this is first object. Select second object. Let's say this is second object, and the fillet has been created. There are many other options when you use fillet command that you can explore later on. Again I repeat F, enter. Now the previous radius value is already there 5, so I need not specify the radius value again, and I select this object and this object. Again fillet, this one and this one. Again fillet, select first object, second object. So a fillet has been created. Now I zoom back, Z, enter. Then there are many options, so I use previous, P for previous. So previous, this is the previous view in which I was working. Now I want to increase the size of the window. So how to do that? I will have to draw some parallel lines over here, parallel to this outer boundary. So let us see how to do that. So for that you click over here, offset. Offset is used to draw concentric circles, parallel lines and parallel curves also. So I click on offset, or you can type O. O is the shortcut for offset. Press enter. Now specify offset distance. Let us say the offset distance is 5 units. Enter. Now select the object to offset. So click over here. Now it is asking to which side you want to offset. I want to offset the outer side. So offset has been created. You can see a set of parallel lines have been drawn. Again it will keep on asking you, as it does in the case of copy command also. So here also it is again asking select object to offset this object, offset it towards this side, this object outer side, this object outer side, this object and outer side. Even you can offset towards inner side also. Select this object, offset towards inner side, select this object towards inner side, select this object, offset towards inner side and so on. Select this object, offset towards inner side. Sometimes the offset command may not work proper. Let me undo this one. Sometimes offset command may not work properly because OSnap button is on and you click sometimes on the outer side but the inner point gets selected because some OSnap might get highlighted. So make sure that you click at the right point when you use offset command. Okay, so now there is another very important command that is hatch. So you can either click here or you can use the shortcut H is the shortcut for hatch. So here you can see the ribbon has changed now over here. Now there are different options like, so first we select peak points. So I use peak point option here. I click over here. So the hatching preview is available now. Let me change the pattern here. You can use a solid pattern. You can use an ANS 131 pattern. So here let us reduce the scale to 1. Enter. This one. Bring the scale to 10. Enter. It is too big here. Let us make it 0.1. Enter. Let us further reduce it 0.08. Enter. Or 0.05. Enter. You can also define the angle value here. At present it is 0. You can make it 30 degree. Enter. You can set this value as per requirement. So let's keep it 0 only for our drawing. And then press enter. So that hatching is drawn. Now I want to draw a circle over here, right? So for that I use circle command. C is the shortcut for circle. Enter. Here it is asking specify center point. Let's say this is the center point and radius is, let's say radius of the circle is, let's say 10 units. It is asking specify radius, so I type 10, press enter. Now I want to move the circle vertically downward, right? So as to place it properly somewhere over here. So for that I give move command, enter, select the circle, enter, then click anywhere on the screen. The base point need not be on the object itself. You can click anywhere on the screen. It is asking specify base point, so I click over here. Then it is asking specify second point, so I go vertically down, right? So because ortho mode is on, so the circle can go only vertically or horizontally. So I place it somewhere over here, right? Click and then the circle is placed at the desired location. You can create a door also over here. Draw a line starting from this point, then vertically up, let's say 75 units, enter. Then in this direction, let's say let me turn off this ortho mode, and let's say by clicking on the screen I draw, and then vertically down. Remove the extra portion, use trim command, select cutting edge, enter and remove this. Okay, now you can create you can hatch this door also, or you can, if you want, you can create a copy of mirror image of this door. Let me first move this door slightly towards left side because at present it is at the center, this side. So I give move command, enter, select object, click here, drag the mouse, click again, enter. Now click on the screen, anywhere on the screen for specifying the base point, click and then move slightly towards left hand side, or you can specify distance also, and use ortho option here because I want to move horizontally only towards left hand side, and mention the distance as 2 units. So now the door has moved slightly towards left, right? Now I want to create a mirror image of this door on the right hand side. So how to do that? MI is the shortcut for mirror command, or you can click on this tool, mirror. It creates a mirrored copy of selected objects. So type MI and type MI, press enter. Now it is asking select objects. So select these objects, enter. Now it is asking specify mirror line. So for specifying the mirror line, you need to define 2 points, right? So first point, then second point. At present, it is asking first point of mirror line. Let's say this midpoint is the first point of mirror line. Then go vertically downward. Click anywhere because ortho is on. You need not worry. The exact vertical endpoint will be highlighted here. Will be picked up. So I click on the screen here. If I click here, this is the preview of the mirror image that is gonna be created, right? It could have been horizontally also. The mirror line can be horizontally, then that kind of preview is available, right? I want to have a vertical mirror line, so I click over here and a mirror object is drawn. Now it is asking erase source objects. If you want to erase, click on yes. If you don't want to erase, click on no. Suppose I want to erase, I click on yes, then the original object will be erased and the new mirrored object will be drawn. I again give mirror command, enter, select objects, I select the objects, enter, specify first point of mirror line, let's say this, second point, let's say this, and the mirror image is created. This time I don't want to erase, so I click on no. And here you can draw an additional line over here, just the boundary of the door, and you can draw some kind of hatching also over here, or I think hatching would look good here. H for hatch, pick some internal point, this pattern, pick the point, so let us pick this point as well as this point. Hatching pattern, let's say scale is 1. Now it's looking better, and press enter. Okay, and once you finish, I have just scrolled out. So once you have finished creating your house, you should be able to deliver to the society also. How to do that? Use array command. Create a number of houses for everybody. So use array classic. Here it is array classic. Click here and now select objects. I want to create a copy array of this house. Right? Press spacebar. The same dialog box is here. Now select the rows and columns. There are, let's say, 2 rows and I want 5 columns. Now see the preview. Now at present actually there are 2 rows and 5 columns, but not visible to you. Okay, then again press escape, go back to the dialog box, increase the row offset by clicking on the screen, or you can mention the value here. Let us take the row offset as 200. Now see the preview, press escape, let us further increase it to 250. Now see the preview. Okay, that is fine. Press escape. Column offset, let's make it 350. Okay, let's make it 450. Now see the preview. Okay, fine. This looks to be a good colony. All symmetrical houses, same type. Then okay, it is fine. Now again press escape. You can also decide the angle of array here. Let's make it 30 degree and see the preview here. Now this is an array at 30 degree. Press escape. You could also design a polar array, right? So let's see the preview. This is a polar array. Press escape. You can decide the center point of this polar array also. Click here. Let us take this center point as the center point. Now see the preview. Press escape. Change the center point. Click over here. Now I want to make this as the somewhere over here as the center point. See the preview. Press escape. Increase the number of items to 40. See the preview, something very different will be drawn. This is a polar array. Press escape and you can decide the angle to fill also. Let's say 180 degree. See the preview. This is 180 degree filling. Press escape. Or if you want to rotate it towards the other side, minus 180 degree. See the preview. Press escape. And there are many other options like total number of items and angle to fill. That is what we are feeding at present. You can change the type of input also. You can decide total number of items and angle between items, or you can decide angle to fill and angle between items. Let us make this 360 degree, number of items as 4, and let us keep it as okay, 4 is fine. See the preview here. Now an important observation, press escape. At present here you can see these houses are being rotated also as being after during copying operation. So press escape, click over here, rotate item as copied, deselect this checkbox. Now see the preview. Although it is a polar array, but this time the objects are being copied in a rotational manner, polar manner, but the object themselves are not being rotated. So press escape. If you want to rotate the object also, then you can click over here, select this checkbox, then see the preview. Again press escape and I go back to the rectangular array option. See the preview, press escape, reduce the angle of array to 0 degree and increase the number of columns to, let's say, 10. Now see the preview and escape and OK. Once you click on OK, that array will be finalized. P for pan, enter, click and drag. So these many houses you have constructed today. 2 streets have been constructed. If you want, you can add many other things. You can add a chimney over here at this location. You can add a chimney somewhere over here, right? You can draw a spline curve for generating a path over here. Some other thing, sun can be drawn using circle command, then its rays can be drawn using line command.